You click to see which fast food chains won't survive 2026. Good call. You're about to learn how to spot the death spiral before it eats your wallet and your time. Here's what we're doing. 3 case studies with bloated menus, slipping quality, and debt they can't outrun. We'll connect the dots between coupons that never end, dining rooms that empty out, and franchisees begging for relief. By the end, you'll know the tells, like a menu that reads like a phone book and food that arrives slower than your patience. Let's start with the red flags you can catch in 10 seconds. Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great. Thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video. Let's start with what you can spot in 10 seconds. Coupons, clock, clutter. If a chain stuffs your inbox with limited deals that never end, your food shows up warm not hot, and the board reads like a catalog.
It's a Pepsi to McDonald's Coke. It's an Avis. We try harder.
They always show a Burger King being eaten with 2 hands because they want it to look bigger than its competitors. The Whopper is literally in your face at every single touch point. Whenever you visit a Burger King store, whenever you see anything in their ads, everything shouts and screams Whopper at you.
You're not walking into value. You're walking into a brand that's sliding. Here's the problem. Costs climb. Quality drops. The gap gets filled with more items and more promos. That bloat drags the line. The fix for you is simple. Run fast field tests before you spend. Scan for perpetual bundles. Check the wait at odd times. Glance at the dining room and the line crew. You'll learn more in a glance than in any ad. Chains love to sell choice, but the kitchen turns into traffic. Every new SKU adds a new prep step, a new station, a new way to mess up. Ticket times creep, training never catches up, and the fries sit while the milkshake blender screams. The food suffers. You pay for it with time and trust. 3 tells stand out. First, coupon floods that never stop, daily app alerts, mailbox flyers, 1 day only, that repeats every week.
How did this all-American burger chain win over the Brits?
You've got to do something controversial to stand out. You've got to court controversy.
We go behind the counter in Burger King restaurants across the country.
Fast food is really good at finding mechanisms to ensure that any food that's on premises is being sold.
I think the Whopper is such a golden asset for Burger King. As a product, it's probably one of the best known across all of the quick service outlets. I think they've even got marketing, home of the Whopper. This is big business for them.
The Whopper burger.
I would say the Whopper.
Yeah, the Whopper. Probably the Whopper.
Second, Frankenstein menus that force workers to hop between grills, fryers, and topping bins like a relay race. Third, franchisee stress on display. Shorter hours posted with printer paper, fewer staff on the line, dusty dining rooms, and taped-up chairs. Operators know the math. More complex menus mean longer tickets and more waste. Slower service lowers repeat visits. To fill the gap, they lean on discounts, which crush margins. It's like trying to run a food truck and a steakhouse under one heat lamp. Nothing comes out right, and everything costs more. Inside, the knock-on mess is real. Overordering perishables, cold holding to stretch shelf life, cross-contamination risks when the line gets slammed and tongs bounce between bins. Then the money spiral hits. Revenue thins under coupons, debt payments don't flinch, and franchisees cut labor and quality to survive. That drives more churn.
Once we get an order through for a Whopper, it will come up on this screen here. And we have our buns just here. So what we do when it comes up is just take one and put it in the toaster.
You can tailor it. And that means that we're able to take this out, take that out, add that in. And that slows things down. So their system is built to try to make that as quick as possible.
So in contrast to all the other fast food chains that already had a footfall in the UK, be it Wimpy's, McDonald's, KFC, the idea was that you could customize your burger.
So use the checklist. Never-ending limited bundles, off-peak waits that feel like rush hour, and portions that shrink while prices smile. Walk. Now let's move on to the 3 case studies where these flags stack high and the 2026 clock is loud. Here's the part you clicked for. 3 chains where the math, the menu, and the mood in stores line up the wrong way. We'll use the same lens on each. Menu sprawl that jams the line, discount addiction that trains you to wait for a deal, and debt or leases that don't flinch when sales sag. On paper, these brands brag about innovation. In stores, you get slower lines, limp fries, and a manager wearing 2 headsets. Franchisees push back, not because they hate new items, but because every add-on shreds speed and consistency.
McDonald's says the patties are 100% beef. The recipe, they say, is nothing more than a blend of leaner beef trim and fattier trim.
McDonald's even sell real food.
We suit up in sterile wear to see it for ourselves.
So this is what we call beef trim.
Okay.
And it comes from familiar cuts that you may know, like chuck and round and sirloin. Just like you would get at the grocery store, you buy like an 80-20 blend.
The beef is ground, blended together, made into those famous patties. Letting the public see this all can be risky, but with so many people on social media.
Case study A is the variety trap, a brand that piled on breakfast bowls, dessert novelties, and late-night mashups like it's a game show. That means longer cook lines and more points of failure. Inventory sits. Waste climbs. To move product, the app leans on constant BOGO and bundle blasts. The dining room stays quiet while the kitchen trips over itself. Case study B is debt and delays. This chain has big refinancing needs and older kitchens that need remodels yesterday. Coupons spike visits for a week, but interest and mandated upgrades eat the lift. To survive, stores shave labor and stretch shifts. You feel it at the counter. Fewer crew on the line, longer waits, stressed faces, and sorry, short-staffed, taped to the register. Case study C is the quality slide. A once-tight menu now stacked with seasonal limited items every few weeks. Cold holding stretches to keep up. Pre-cooked, vacuum-sealed shortcuts creep in. The flavor falls off, then trust falls off. Guests stop gambling and drift to simpler rivals that still hit the basics hot and right. If you read franchise documents or listen to investor calls, the strain shows up as required remodel costs, ad fund pulls, and promotion mandates. Watch for rising closures or lawsuits. Once trust breaks, visits drop, discounts rise, and cash burns faster. The early tells are plain: half-staffed lines, menu boards plastered with bundles, and managers out of core items while pushing LTOs. So what is the takeaway for your wallet and your health as 2026 approaches? Let's hand it. Fast food doesn't crash from one bad quarter. It fails when variety outgrows the kitchen and debt outgrows your patience. That's when coupons flood, lines slow, and the food loses its edge. The truth is, you control the spend. If this gave you something to chew on, hit like and subscribe, and share it with someone who still falls for the endless coupon trap. Keep them from paying for a problem they didn't cause. Next time you order, run the 10-second test. Coupons, clock, clutter. If the tells pop, you might want to keep your money with the brands that stay simple and honest.